Welcome. This is an overview of Advanced Studies Chemistry, AS Chem, course syllabus, Mrs. Peachy Lee Summit High School. I will not cover every detail in this video. I expect that you have read this thoroughly and understand the request and expectations in it. Here you have a link to my email and also the phone number where you can leave me a voicemail. Course description and prerequisites. If you have any concerns, please reach out to me. Essential standards, classroom expectations. All of these are extremely important. Please make sure that you're communicating. If you are struggling, you must let me know and I will help you. I'm here for you. I want to see you succeed. I will help you if you reach out and ask for the help. My educational philosophy, course materials. Now, some of these materials are less needed than others if we are in a virtual situation versus a hybrid situation or in-person situation. What's the most important in either situation would be a charged Chromebook, a scientific calculator, and a method of taking notes. Please note that when we're in person, you will not be allowed to use, for the most part, your cell phones on your Chromebooks. Your calculators on your cell phones are your Chromebooks. And graphing calculators are not allowed on the assessments when we're in person. Electronic devices. I realize that I cannot monitor if you have your cell phone out during virtual learning. I highly encourage you to keep your cell phones put away and pushed to the side. It is very easy to miss a very important piece of something that might have already been simple, but because you were distracted by something, you missed the key piece and then you're completely confused or lost, or even slightly confused or lost. So keep those put away during the learning time, please. That will be a very hard, fast, steadfast rule while in person in class. Cell phones will not be allowed if you are seated in class with me in the building. Some other pieces of technology that we will utilize is, of course, Schoology. You will be expected to have an Edpuzzle account that's connected to your school account. Be checking your LSR7 email and, of course, your LSR7 Google Drive. We may or may not use Remind. We'll just have to see how things go. We'll just roll that out as we go. Accessing assignments. In other words, how do you know what to do each and every day? The following should be checked each and every day. Your daily agenda, you will find a link to that in Schoology. It also will be able to be downloaded into your Google Drive, and an ongoing updates and announcements. So both of these items, and including emails, should be checked at least once a day, every day, including Wednesdays. All right, turning in assignments. All work is due on the due date. No late work will be scored or accepted. Not having your Chromebook will be treated as not having your assignment. Okay, due dates. Due dates will be communicated via the daily agenda or the Schoology during the administration of the assignment. Electronic submissions are due by 11:59 unless otherwise stated. If you're turning something in, hard copy, and we're in the building, you will want to turn it into your AS Chem basket in the front of the room. If you're absent, all work must be submitted within a reasonable amount of time. See me if there's an issue. I'm very willing to work with you and help you get through that. I know you have many classes when you're absent that you're trying to catch up on. I can be flexible if you have a plan when you come to me. But it is your responsibility to get anything you're missing from an absence. Either see me or a fellow classmate to do so. Okay, makeup or extra help. If we're able to come to the building, I will be after school Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 2:30 to 3:30. And whether we're in school or not, I can be available virtually from 10 to 11. Let me try that again. From 10 a.m. till noon, and then from 12:30 to 3 if you want to have some tutoring or need help or need to make up something. More about that coming. Make sure you take good notes in class. Learning activities. Basically, learning activities are your practice. It's sort of like when you go to either a sports practice or you go to an instrument or a play practice, something that you enjoy doing, you practice until you have that final concert or that final game or that final performance. So that's what learning activities are. Those could be classified as either homework or classwork, and then labs. So make sure you read about these pieces and understand those. If we get to do wet labs, meaning labs in person, those labs will follow these guidelines. I'm hoping we get to do some of that. We'll have to see how things go. Assessments. Assessments are formative assessments and quizzes. Sometimes I grade formative assessments and sometimes I don't. So if they're graded, they would go in this category. And then summative assessments are your big unit test. What is the retake policy? This is always one that everybody always wants to know about. Okay, so let me kind of explain how this is going to go. Learning is the ultimate goal for me. So you have an opportunity to retake any formative assessment or quiz up to 2 additional times, so a total of 3 times. But it must be completed before the end of the unit, or my deadline, whatever comes first. And there probably more likely than not be additional practice. That's on quizzes or formative assessments. Unit test, if you've earned an 80% or lower, you'll be given the opportunity, 80% or lower, you'll be given the opportunity to retake a test. Here's what you must do to do so. Before I explain the must-dos, let me talk about how they'll be scored. If you retake a summative assessment and you earn a higher score, you will be awarded that full score. If you retake a test and you get lower than 80%, then we will average the 2 attempts. But in order to do the retake, you must complete the following. Come in for 2 tutoring sessions. Those can be in person when preferred, but if not, they can be virtually. Complete test corrections during that first tutoring session. And that might be a little tricky if we're virtual, but we'll try to figure out how to make that work. Have completed notes from the unit of study, so no gaps in your notes. Complete additional practice when I say so, or when I feel it's applicable. Have all required assignments completed. Basically, can't have any missing assignments. So no points will be earned for those because we don't accept late work, but you must have that done in order to be able to retake the assessment. And then if we have a study guide, that also must be completed. We will have some kind of research/resource project. That's part of the advanced studies curriculum. You'll have a semester final. And here are some study expectations. Stay on top of things. Don't let yourself get behind. Ask questions, get clarity, communicate. Here's how your course grade breaks down. So remember that you have an A1 or an A2 column in the grade Power School, and then you have a final exam or E1 or E2 column in the grade book. So your A1, A2 is your coursework, 90% of that is scored, and then you have a 10% final. So the coursework is broken down to 90%, and of that 90%, 60% of it is assessments and projects, and 40% will be learning activities as described up above. And and then your final exam will be 10%, and it's 100% of that 10% goes in the final exam. If that needs more clarity, do not hesitate to reach out. Okay, a little bit more about how to earn mastery there. A Parent Connect link if you want to sign up for Power School. How to contact me. I have first hour plan period. That will change depending on the school day, so check the school schedules. And here is a quick access to the different parts of the syllabus if you are looking at a PDF or hard copy of the syllabus. So if you click on this, and you can go to something like retake policy, that's usually the one and then you can get there quickly if you don't want to have to search the whole document. So just a quick link, or quick access links for you if you're trying to find things in the course syllabus.